All is quiet now in this poor neighbourhood on the outskirts of the capital. But there was rage and terror last Thursday when a young Christian girl was accused of blasphemy. The girl, called Rimsha, is alleged to have burnt pages of the Quran on this waste ground. Supporters claim she has developmental problems. Now behind bars, she is frightened and mute, according to a Christian activist who says he visited her today.
She was very frail. She was in a state of shock. She has gone through a trauma, and she was very weak. She was avoiding eye contact and was not talking to anybody. She didn't say even a single word.
The family home remains padlocked shut and Rimsha remains in jail. Her relatives are in protective custody. Police say they had no choice but to intervene in this case because an angry mob was threatening to set her alight to teach her a lesson. In Pakistan, just being accused of blasphemy can be a death sentence. It was for another blasphemy suspect in southern Pakistan last month. He was dragged from a police lockup and burnt alive. Tonight, a government minister has told us he has real fears for Rimsha and her family.
I'm seriously concerned about their lives, especially the life of Rimsha and her whole family. Because in this society, even if she is innocent and she will be released from the jail, a lot of people can kill her. So I think she should be shifted in a safe place in the country or outside the country.
His own brother, Shahbaz, Pakistan's minorities minister, was shot dead last year for criticising the country's draconian blasphemy laws. Human rights campaigners insist another tragedy is unfolding now inside this jail where Rimsha is being held. They say they are hanging their heads in shame. Orla Gearan, BBC News, Islamabad.
Police in Pakistan have arrested and put in jail an 11-year-old girl for blasphemy after she was accused of burning pages containing verses of the Quran. The girl lived in a Christian neighbourhood of the capital, Islamabad, and breaching Pakistan's blasphemy laws is a crime that can carry the death penalty. As Imtiaz Tayyab reports from Islamabad, it's causing considerable controversy in Pakistan.
Well, Pakistan's President Asif Ali Zardari has ordered the Interior Ministry, his Interior Minister, to launch an investigation into this case which has attracted so much attention, not just here in Pakistan, but indeed around the world. One of the main questions that the President is wanting answered is why this young girl was charged under Pakistan's frankly notorious blasphemy laws and not as a juvenile. She, of course, is only 11 years old. But it would seem that the toll this controversy has had on her community has already taken full effect. Hundreds have fled the community where this young girl was living in. They have now moved to a different part of Islamabad for fears of reprisals. But again, to give you a real sense of just how controversial these blasphemy laws are, not just for the people who are charged and convicted under them, but for those who speak out against them. Just last year, the governor of Punjab, Salman Taseer, was killed by his own bodyguard for his open criticisms of these blasphemy laws. Still, whatever happens next, this young girl still remains in custody, and if she is indeed convicted of blasphemy, she could face a death sentence.
We should point out that those reports that this girl was mentally disabled, had Down syndrome, have not been verified. In fact, one police official telling us she did not have Down syndrome and she was illiterate. And they're still trying to work out the details, but they tell us they have this young girl in custody. She's being accused, suspected of burning pages of the Quran, which, of course, is a violation of Pakistan's blasphemy law. Some reports are saying she's 12. Others reports saying she's 16. Police say the incident happened last Thursday. Apparently, witnesses in the neighborhood saw her burning what appeared to be pages of the Quran. In poorer neighborhoods in Pakistan, especially Christian neighborhoods, it's not unusual for families to burn scrap pieces of paper and use it as cooking fuel. That's apparently what she was doing. Her family says she wasn't burning pages of the Quran, and it's not clear that she is. but apparently the neighbors, the witnesses were outraged. They demanded police to arrest her, and under pressure, that's what police did, and that's where things stand. It's an explosive issue that's going to be tough to solve. The girl is in jail right now, and police say they're investigating.